I'm going to be giving you the best Nintendo Switch settings for Fortnite Chapter 5. So you can win all the new game modes and of course on the new map for them sweet victory royales. But before we start, make sure when you're buying the Battle Pass or any other cosmetics in the item shop to use code CODIUM. It helps me lots as a Nintendo Switch creator, and with that being said, let's get right on to the settings. The settings have got a really weird and completely new looking layout. I'm going to try and get rid of that confusion and just run through all the settings that I have on. This is going to help you get less delay, less lag, and everything else in between. For brightness, I have this at 150% so we can see the new map and it's bold and bright new colours. Don't have any user interface contrast on. If you see you turn this up, it looks really weird, like super dark. Did have that on. My colourblind mode is Try to Note with the colourblind strength at 7. This isn't too overpowering, but it does make the game look a lot better. Just try it out, trust me. Show FPS, you can have this one on. Obviously you're not going to get more than 30 FPS, but even so, might as well have this one on. Power saving mode, I have this one off. It basically gets rid of FPS, just to like save battery on the Switch. And report performance stats, I have this one on disable. This video is here to help you improve at Fortnite. But if you want to take your experience, skill, and setup to the next level, I would 100% recommend Play Vital, who are the sponsors of today's video. I use their products myself and trust me, they're such an awesome upgrade. And it's something I would recommend for all of you. Just look how I'm moving with these controller grips on. Oh, my aim, bruv, my aim. Oh, bruv, these controller grips are helping me out so much. What is happening? Oh, dead. Yes, come on. Love that. If you want to buy any of their products, please check out their website, which is in the description of this video. Personally, I'd recommend these controller grips and the Switch case. I have them both and they're 10 out of 10. Honestly, I use them every single day when I'm on my Nintendo Switch. And also at checkout, make sure to use code CODIUM for 10% off any products that you're buying. Thank you very much Play Vital for sponsoring this video, and let's get right back into the settings. So for the audio section, I have my main on 80%, my music on 30%, my sound effects on 80%, dialogue is on 20%, voice chat 80%, cinematics 50%, and picture-in-picture 50% as well. Subtitles, make sure you have these off, extra small, white, none, and clear. It just gets rid of the small input delay from subtitles. Don't worry about voice reporting, you know, you can have a joke with your friends still. Voice chat method, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be on open mic. Voice chat method, you want this one to be on open mic because push to talk only works on like keyboard and mouse, I guess, and mute obviously just means it's off. And voice chat notifications, just have this one on. Obviously, I'm a content creator, so I have my licensed audio on mute all, but I'd actually recommend you have this on play so that you can hear basically every sound that the game wants you to hear. So now for the game section, we've got language and region. Of course, you only want this on the matchmaking region you're playing on. For me, Europe, EU. For you, it could be any West, any East, any Central. Just have it on the one you're playing. Don't have it on auto, because this could switch the regions over by mistake. Obviously, language on English for most people. Toggle sprint, have this one off. Auto open doors, very, very useful, have this one on. Mantle activation, have this one on hold jump. I found it's a lot easier to like learn with hold jump instead of hold forward. And hurdle activation, obviously this is new to the new season. Have this one on press jump as well. Obviously it's going to take us quite some time to get used to this new season's movement, but with these settings you're going to learn it the quickest. Combat, hold to swap pickup, I've always found this one really useful, so I would recommend having this one on. Toggle targeting, have this one off. Mark danger when targeting, have this one on. Also pick up weapons, obviously you want to have this one on just in case. But, of course, the best of the best preferred item slots. Obviously you don't need auto sort consumables to the right on because you have preferred item slots. The building section, these are no brainers whatsoever. Reset building choice, have this one on. Disable pre-edit option, have this one on. Unless you like pre-edits, but you know, I'm not a man of pre-edits myself. Turbo building, have this one on as well. Also confirm edits, this is controversial. I have this one off. Because with auto confirm edits, the game controls how quickly your edit is going to go through, whereas when you have this one off, you can control it yourself using one of your own buttons. Contextual tips, have this one off, and an invert view and blah blah blah. These, just copy these settings down because you don't need it, and all of these replay modes, just don't worry about them. Okay, so we've got the game UI section. I've actually changed this one up since last season, so reticle on, reticle ammo indicator, I have this one on. Damage number, I used to have this one on cumulative, but I've actually decided to go back to list because it's more how like the OG used to feel like. And I can't lie, I think it just looks better. I can't lie, I think it looks better in general. The reticle damage feedback is hit and icons. I don't think you should have it on hit only because obviously you want to see how much damage you're doing. And the damage number scale should be 90%. The HUD options, HUD, I have this one on 75% myself. Show spectator count off. all of these on. Sorry, if you just want to copy these down from player health all the way down to net debug stats, and then quest progress is off, control prompts are on, and the creative runtime performance is off as well. Now we're into like the more like scary looking parts, but the gyro options. I don't actually play gyro, but when I used to play gyro, these settings, oh my days, flawless. Would 100% recommend myself. So active mode combat, have this one on always. Active mode building, have this one on always. Look stick effect, have this one on none. Gyro button, custom only, doesn't really make a difference in my opinion. Obviously these are the ones you actually want to copy down, so sensitivity 1.4. The vertical to horizontal ratio, I've seen some people change this, but I like this stable at 1.1. Steadying, I have this on 0 because I like to be like in control of like the movement. Acceleration, I have this on legacy, this is like the OG settings. Flick stick, I have this one off. Advanced gyro options, I have this one on, of course, because you know we want to have the most amount of options possible. Again, these are the ones you want to be copying down. Scoped multiplier 1.8, aiming multiplier 1.0, harvesting multiplier 1.2, and 1.2 for building and editing multiplier as well. Zoom scale sensitivity, I have this on. Basically, it just lowers your settings the more zoomed in you are. And then for advanced gyro orientation, just make sure player, and then standard for all of that. Now smoothing threshold, I have this on 10. Smoothing window, 0.11 seconds. Tightening threshold, I have this at the very max. Basically like steadying, but then better in my opinion. Almost like aim assist, but it helps you like flow better in motion controls in my opinion. Some more advanced gyro options. Disable gyro, no clue what that means. Gyro button hold times, I do have this one on 0.2. Trackball delay 2. And driving disables gyro as on. Again, this whole bottom section, this whole like advanced gyro option section, this one, you know, I have no clue about, I'm not going to lie. Do whatever you have on there, but these ones, you know, I can still play motion normally and it doesn't make a difference. So for the controller input, I want to go into a creative map and do a bit of free building, just so I can run you through the settings as well. So yeah, I was just recording this and I saw some tweet by Aussie Antics saying about how movement was bugged this season. And oh my days, is he right? Maybe by the time you're watching this, this is fixed. But for now, just have a look. And anyways, don't mind that we're on this Lego map. Very, very cool. Look how Brutus is moving. This boy is tweaking, man. I don't know what it is. The movement just feels so weird. Like if you've played the new season, you'll understand what I'm saying. But the movement of this just feels... It just feels so weird, so different to the last season. You know me, love a bit of settings, so I have found some absolute banging settings for this new season that kind of, you know, still work with this new like goofy movement. So, controller auto run, of course you gotta have this one on, so you don't need like a toggle sprint bind, you can just run. Build immediately or build a pro, yeah, of course you want this on, especially in this new season. Edit hold times 0.250. Slide hold time, very random number of 0.115. I will explain this edit hold time. So as you can see on my controller mapping, which basically shows like my binds, you can see on my binds I have a switch mode binded here, an edit binded here, and a switch mode / edit here. And because of that, I can have my edit hold time on 0.250 and it basically cuts out all delay. Because the edit hold time for 0.250 is only on this D-pad which I've binded it to, not the X, which I actually use to edit. Anyways, reset camera access, I have this on your. Reset camera time, obviously the very lowest possible. Vibration, this one was set on automatically for this new season, but I'd recommend turning it, bang, straight back off. Quick weapon, this is only in beta, but I have this on custom only because I don't actually want to have this one on. Basically, it's something like you can bind one of your buttons, say like the minus button here. You could bind that to like go right to your shotgun or to your AR. But at this point, I think it's a bit too complicated. Diamond delay is also to do with this quick weapon. Again, my own humble opinion, have this one off. Toggle behavior, none. And sensitivity, these are the ones you want to copy down. 1.6, 1.6 for the best movement around. And obviously advanced options to kind of help with that. And with a horizontal speed of 33% and a vertical speed of 33%, you're literally sweet. Have horizontal boost, vertical boost, and boost ramp time. Have these on 0 seconds. But have instant boost when building on. Instant boost when building, again, this one was automatically set to 1, but I would recommend having this off. Basically means that your settings are your settings. And obviously, look, if you need to up these settings a small bit, make sure to do that, because obviously you don't want to be like forced to play a slower sensitivity. These are the ones that have just worked for me. If you need to move these settings up to like 1.7, 1.8, then do that. But just copy these down for a good base. ADS look horizontal and ADS look vertical speed are both on 7%. I used to have these higher, but my aim was worse. So clearly I want to go try and lower it down to get smoother aim. And then the rest of these settings, of course, off. And the rest of these settings, turning horizontal, blah, 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 these both should be off. Look dampening time I have at 0, but I do have look input curve at exponential. Most people are linear players, but when I'm on linear, my aim and my builds just aren't that good. Compared to when I'm on exponential, they're just much better. Aim assist strength, I have this one on 99%. Not really too sure why, but I can't lie, it always works. Left stick dead zone, I have this on 5%, and right stick dead zone, yes, I've got a bit of controller drift on this dead stick here, so I have it on 50%. I wouldn't recommend this for you. Obviously, if you have drift on any of your sticks on here, then make sure to turn your dead zone higher for the one you have drift on. And vehicles, accelerate with thumbstick, I have this on. Thank you guys so much for watching the entire video all the way through. I really hope you can get the most out of these settings for the new chapter and that you can enjoy it as much as possible. With that being said, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you found what I said useful. And also check out the video in the middle of the screen, which is me testing out a pro player settings. It's an absolute banger, and if not, check out some of the gameplay that's on my channel. And have a good rest of your day, guys. Bash.
Many minutes later.
Which bumbo clock dog I am?
God did.
Huh?